Hey everybody, it's Warren here with another episode of GameSwim. Today we are going to tread in some mysterious waters. We are going to talk about how many copies of GTA 6 Rockstar will sell. Now we all know that GTA 6 hasn't been announced yet, so these numbers are only hypothetical. If you have any ideas on why GTA 6 will or will not sell well, drop it in the comments down below. So let's look at the numbers, shall we? Number 7. Grand Theft Auto. GTA was released in October 1997 for Microsoft, and by December 97, available on PlayStation. 2 years later, it became available on the Game Boy Color. By November 1998, the game was a bestseller in the UK. Over 1 million copies were sold. By the end of 1999, it took home the gold prize for having more than €17 million in the European Union during the Mille Festival in Cannes. Over the course of 3 years, GTA sold over 3 million copies globally. At the time, this number was staggering for a game of this genre, not to mention the mixed reviews it received from critics. Number 6. Grand Theft Auto 2. GTA 2 was released in 1999 following the height of the original. GTA 2 sold 2 million copies for the PlayStation 1, PC, Dreamcast, and Game Boy Color. Even though the sequel was less of a hit than the original, Rockstar kept making the game better. They improved the graphics, the story, and the gameplay. This meant that the franchise was only going to keep growing. Number 5. Grand Theft Auto 3. GTA 3 was released in 2001 and played through by 2003. 14.5 million copies have sold as of March 2008. The third installment of the franchise is available on the PlayStation 2, PC, and Xbox. Now it is a shocking spike in the sales from 2 million to over 14 million. It's no surprise once you think about it. The graphics keep getting better, the consoles improved, and people already had a familiarity with the content, so the fan base was established. Number 4. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. GTA Vice City was released in 2002 and peaked in popularity through 2003. 17.5 million copies sold as of March 2008. It is available on PlayStation 2, PC, and Xbox. This game has a large fan base and is exceedingly popular with its improved graphics and storyline. There are fans who still prefer GTA 3 over Vice City, simply because 3 was a larger map, but majority will tell you straight up that Vice City was an improvement in the grand scheme of things. Number 3. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. GTA San Andreas was released in 2004 and was popularized through 2005. 21.5 million copies have sold up to March 2008. The game is available on PlayStation 2, PC, and Xbox. I am sure by now you are seeing the trend in the steady increase of sales as the games improve and get better. And by 2004, GTA games are global. Their popularity was more than just the US and the UK. Naturally, the process to make a new game is going to start to take a bit longer. The team of writers, designers, and artists who are working on the games have more detail and depth in the next installment of the franchise. Number 2. Grand Theft Auto 4. GTA 4 was released 4 years later in 2008. By November of 2012, 25 million copies were sold globally. The game is available on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. Now keep in mind this is the 11th title in the franchise. Its popularity had beat out a lot of its predecessors. However, it lacked a cinematic vibe as the creative team focused more on creating an original storyline. It did, however, receive universal critical acclaim, mainly for the narrative and world design. This isn't surprising when you learn that the development team conducted field research for accuracy. This game at the time broke industry sales records, earning $310 million on its first day of sales, and $500 million in its first week. GTA 4 won Game of the Year from several gaming publications, and is one of PS3's best-selling games to date. Number 1. Grand Theft Auto 5. GTA 5 was released in 2013, selling 34 million copies to retailers for PS3 and Xbox 360. By December 2014, the game shipped 45 million copies, including 10 million of the re-released version. By March 2019, 110 million copies sold altogether. It is available on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. It is the first time that GTA can be played from either a third-person or first-person perspective, making it new, unique, and more appealing for a lot of people. The field research was incredibly detailed, and the original score took several years to complete. It broke global records, earning $800 million on its opening day, and $1 billion in the first 3 days, and $6 billion in worldwide revenue. GTA 5, even though it is 7 years old, is still one of the most popular games being bought and played. It is scheduled to be available on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X in 2021. So now that we see the rise in GTA games, it can only be assumed that when GTA 6 is announced and released, the anticipation of the game alone will cause fans to flock to the stores to buy the game. I would be genuinely surprised if it doesn't supersede GTA 5's numbers. I think it can definitely crack $1 billion in its first day available. Thanks for taking the dip with me in today's installment of GameSwim. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like and subscribe so you never miss a new video. And as always, leave a comment with your thoughts.